I am so glad you are here to hear from God's Word and to worship our amazing God. Today, we will be looking at some people in the Bible who had faith in the Lord. Faith means having trust in something. There are many stories in the Bible that show us people who obeyed God and how God was glorified through their obedience. Before we get to our Bible lesson, let's worship our King Jesus together.
There's no shadow of doubt when we look to you now, and all that you've done. The covenant made, fulfilled in your grace. You've proven your love. You are faithful, faithful. All through the ages, through joy and through sorrow. Faithful, faithful. Grace for today and my hope for tomorrow. Faithful, you are faithful. Through seasons of change, Lord, you will remain steady and true. And day by day, your mercies await, each morning made new. You are faithful, faithful. All through the ages, through joy and through sorrow. Faithful, faithful. Grace for today and my hope for tomorrow. Faithful, you are faithful. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Faithful. You are faithful. 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 Grace for today and my hope for tomorrow. Faithful, faithful. All through the ages, through joy and through sorrow. Faithful, faithful. Grace for today and my hope for tomorrow. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness.
Highpoint kids, I don't know about you, but I love singing along to those songs. Well, today we're going to be learning about some really important people in the Bible who had a lot of faith. Before that, though, we're going to play a game to see if you know about some important people outside of the Bible who did some really cool things. Are you ready? I couldn't hear that. Are you ready? All right, I heard that. Here we go. Who was the first person to go to the moon? Mr. Pibb, Neil Armstrong, or Jeff? I don't know who Jeff is, so I'm giving you a hint on that one. That's right, it was Neil Armstrong. Next, who flew the first airplane? The Wright brothers, Wilbur Wingstop, or Pastor Marty? I think it was the Wright brothers, and that's the right answer. Finally, who invented the light bulb? Captain Turbot? Jeff again? Who's putting Jeff in there? And finally, Thomas Edison? That's right, it was Thomas Edison. Great job, everybody. It was fun getting to play a game with you. See you next time.
When I'm in over something good. Even through the deepest valley, you go before me, you are here. For I know you'll never leave me, your love surrounds me, I won't fear. When I'm broken and down to nothing, I know that you are always up to something good. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good. Through the darkest night, you are on my side. You are always faithful. Through my fear and doubt, you will lead me out. You are always able. Through the darkest night, you are on my side. You are always faithful. Through my fear and doubt, you will lead me out. I know that you are always up to something good. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good.
Isn't it amazing that the same God who made the entire world works through people like you and me? All you need is faith, and God will work through you. Now, sometimes this is confusing. The Bible doesn't teach us that if we have faith, God will make us fly or give us unlimited candy. But what it does teach us is that if we have faith, God will start to make us look more like his son, Jesus. Let's check out this story about some people who lived lives filled with faith.
The writer of Hebrews explained that faith is being sure that what we hope for will actually happen. Faith is obeying God because we trust him. By faith, we believe that God created everything from nothing just by speaking. Many people in the Bible had faith, and this pleased God. Abel had faith when he gave an offering to God, and God accepted his offering. We must have faith in order to please God. By faith, we believe that he exists and that he rewards those who trust in him. Noah had faith too. He obeyed God by building an ark to rescue his family. Noah warned other people because he trusted that God was telling the truth when he said a flood was coming. God was pleased with Noah. Abraham had faith when God called him to leave his home. Abraham did not know where he was going, but he obeyed God. God made promises to Abraham, and Abraham believed that God was going to keep his promises. Abraham's wife, Sarah, had faith. She trusted God to give her a family, even though she was too old to have children. Sarah was 90 and Abraham was 100 when they had their son Isaac. Abraham and Sarah went on to have many descendants. God gave them a family as numerous as the stars in the sky. Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, and Moses had faith. Rahab had faith when she hid the Israelite spies in Jericho. King David had faith too. All of these people trusted God, and so did many others. Having faith was not easy. Many of these faithful people suffered, and they all died before God's great promise. the arrival of Jesus came true. But they believed that God had a wonderful plan. God was pleased with them because they trusted him. God kept his promise to send the Messiah, his own son, Jesus, to rescue people from sin. Jesus is the true hero of the Bible. He gives us faith. We can look to him because in him, all of God's promises will come true.
One thing all the people in our Bible story had in common was they worshiped the Lord, which reminds me of the verse this week. I hope you've been practicing. We are told in Psalm 119, 105, that God's word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. A lamp isn't super bright, but it gives you enough light to take the next step. And that's what faith is all about. Well, let's jump up and say our verse of the week together. So let's stand and say the verse. 1 Chronicles 16:31. Let the heavens be glad and the earth rejoice, and let them say among the nations, the Lord reigns. Great job, everyone. Let's say it again. 1 Chronicles 16:31. Let the heavens be glad and the earth rejoice, and let them say among the nations, the Lord reigns. Well, way to go. God's word is a precious gift. Let's choose this week to worship the Lord.
Today we learned that faith is so important in following Jesus. Choosing to follow Jesus is always worth it, even when it seems difficult. The people we learned about today often had to make tough decisions to follow the Lord, but God always provided for them, and the Lord will provide for us today. That is just one way he shows his power. Here are a few questions about today's Bible story for you to think through throughout your week. Do you remember what faith is? Who were some people mentioned that lived lives of faith? What is one way God shows his power?